Alright guys, I want to talk to you about the most famous character in concept art, especially in the bro art that we talked about earlier. They are... Hey everyone, welcome to another episode of RossDraws. And a few weeks ago, I posted this throwback illustration from 2013. A lot of you guys didn't even recognize that this was me. And there's a lot of comments saying that you prefer my older style to my newer one, and that all I draw now are anime girls. For those of you who don't know, I studied entertainment design in art school, and I started my career as a concept artist for movies, games, television, and so today, I'm gonna prove to you guys and to myself that I still got the concept art chops. Let's do it. So first things first, let's find a reference image. Yeah, I don't know if you guys can relate, but if you're like me, you find all these cool reference pictures, you buy them, you collect them all, but you rarely use any. So today, let's finally use one. Oh, this one. So I took this photo at the Huntington Gardens in Pasadena, and I just love the bonsai tree. They're so small and aesthetic, and I wanted to shoot one at a lower angle, and it made the bonsai tree look massive. Yeah, I don't know who coined this term. Maybe it was like an inside joke with my friends, but the type of concept art that we were doing in art school was called bro art. You know, that kind of like textured and like grungy, atmospheric, some blue light lens flare with a single character silhouette. A lot of the artists that I looked up to did bro art and went to work on like Avatar and Star Wars and like Halo. Yeah, I was hugely inspired by the works of like Craig Mullins and Jamie Jones. Their digital paintings always looked traditional. You know, it had that nice mimic of oils and acrylic, and their paintings always looked so fresh and masterful. Oh, and also, growing up, I wanted to work at Blizzard. I feel like a lot of us wanted to work at Blizzard. You know, it was our dream. Blizzard was like the #1. Growing up, I wanted to work on their cinematics team. Ooh, it's looking nice. I feel like this photo is doing a lot of the heavy lifting. And for those of you who are wondering why I start with photos or use photo textures in my work, this was part of my concept art training. Back then, in the studio or in the industry, we didn't have time to draw every strand of hair, every leaf, because deadlines and budgets were so tight. So we relied on textures and photos to do a lot of the work for us. All right, guys, I want to talk to you about the most famous character in concept art, especially in the bro art that we talked about earlier. They are
the Stick Salesman.
Yeah. You know that character in every piece of concept art? A kind of wandering traveler, usually holding a stick, whether it's forests, volcanoes, even the depths of hell. That's the Stick Salesman. I think a lot of artists use the Stick Salesman to portray a sense of scale. And aesthetically, it's pleasing having a big shape and a thin shape contrast each other. Although I'm not using the Stick Salesman exactly, my characters here are gonna be based off my 2013 piece, Revenant. It seems like they're looking for something, they're searching for something, maybe they're going somewhere, you know? Where are they going? 2013 was a long time ago, so maybe in 2022, they finally found the tree. Now they're super happy. So let's jump back into it. So I'm gonna teach you guys some photo batching techniques. We have this grassy hill here, and we don't have time to draw every blade of grass. And so let's look in our reference folder, and I'm gonna use this picture. It has a really cool gesture and flow, and I'm gonna bring it in. I'm gonna flip it to match the lighting coming from over here, and then I'm going to warp it into the perspective and form of the hill. Right click, warp. Ooh, looks sick. Nice, look, dude, look at that. It looks great already, but it still looks like a photo. So we're gonna go to filter, blur, and surface blur. And that will remove a lot of the noise and make it look a little more painted. Started with the hillside, you know, kind of roughed in, and we could have spent hours painting every blade of grass and every rock, but we found a photo. We matched the temperature, we warped it, and integrated it inside our painting, and it added a level of realism and detail and realistic lighting that otherwise we would have spent hours trying to figure out the traditional way. Hey everyone, just wanted to give a huge thank you to Mabinogi for sponsoring this video. Mabinogi is an MMORPG where you can create a unique character and live out your fantasy life. you can enjoy the simple pleasure of becoming a cook, a merchant, or even a warrior or mage and embark in an epic fantasy adventure. I had so much fun creating this special piece to celebrate their new update where Alexina and Now servers are merging together as one brand new server, Aaron. This is super exciting for the community because everyone gets to create brand new memories in the world of Aaron. This is the final piece. I hope you guys enjoy it. And thank you so much again, Mabinogi, for sponsoring this video. Please check out the game in the link in the description below. Thanks, guys. Yeah, this piece is almost finished, but I wanted to take a quick second to talk to you guys. I appreciate that so many of you enjoy my older art style and maybe enjoy it more than my newer one. But the reason why I draw anime style girls is because simply I enjoy drawing them. Believe it or not, before my bro art days, all I drew was anime. I drew on my desk and on my homework and on my tests, and I think I started with anime, I ventured into concept art, and now my art style is like a fusion between the two, and who knows where my art style will end up. I feel eternally grateful and blessed that I get to explore the different styles and interests that I like. You know, as an artist and human being, we're all just navigating through different chapters of who we are and what we like. I think as long as you're drawing what makes you happy, that's what matters. And if you're in a position or job where you're creating things you don't necessarily like, try your best to make some time to create things that you do enjoy. So whether you like the gritty bro concept art, or drawing anime girls, or anything in between, draw what makes you happy, and that's what matters. Everything is welcomed. And speaking of origins, you know where color dodge even came from? My bro art days. It's color dodge time. Aw man, here we go. Ooh. And if you want my brushes, my advanced brush set for digital painting is now out. Available for Photoshop, CSP, and Procreate. Hope you enjoy them. Thank you.